Hello, everyone. Welcome to Saturday afternoon Dooger, I suppose. We are a full-on 30 minutes late. And you know what? I'm going to blame my husband. I'm going to blame my husband. That's right. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen, and beautiful in-betweens. I fell asleep on the couch because I'm jet-lagged. My bad. And Sam said to me, I will wake you up at 1 o'clock. And I said, perfect. Thank you. And I fell asleep. And then I woke up at 1:15. Epic desync. Hold up. I woke up at 1:15 and I looked at Sam and I said, it's 1:15. Imagine me half awake. It's 1:15. And Sam goes, but you were just so cute. I didn't want to wake you up. What am I supposed to do with that? Fine. Okay. That's very sweet. Can't be mad about that. Fine. I guess I'm late for my stream. I know. He did miss me. It was very sweet. We had a very, very sweet morning. I gotta be honest. Woke up with Clarky. We did some drawing. And we put all the Smiskies in the bathroom. And she now calls them boys. So she keeps taking my hand and taking me to the boys. And then she takes a different one of the Smiskies into another room and plays with it for a while. And then asks me to go back in there and puts it back where it belongs and grabs a different one. Adorable. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we had such a like full, pure morning. And yet I can't recall anything that we did, but I guess that's kind of the point, right? Oh my goodness. So sleepy. How are you guys doing? How's it hanging, everybody? What are Smiskies? Look up Smiskies. Or just Smisky, I guess. They're little glow-in-the-dark green men that come in blind boxes, and we bought $200 worth of them while I was in Oregon, and we unboxed all of them, and I brought them back to hide in one of my bathrooms. So, that's it. That's all there is. Have you got a skin routine? I do not. My mom blessed me with like pretty good skin. So I'm that really obnoxious person that every time I'm asked just has to say, I don't ever remember to wash my face. And that's my skin routine. I always put on moisturizer before I put on makeup. I wear makeup maybe once every like week. And that's me. And I know that that's shitty. And that's it. That's all that I got. For you, I'm so sorry. I'm planning out how to budget so I can get Animal Crossing Switch. Dude, I'm actually really excited to try out the new Animal Crossing because it has like more proper multiplayer. And it's not that I'm a multiplayer person, but Animal Crossing in the past when I've tried to play it has felt so aimless. It was really hard for me to play. So I'm hoping that having a multiplayer element, and I know so many people who are going to be playing it, I'm hoping that that creates a situation where I'm like, okay, I have a reason to play this because I get to play with other people. So even if it's another one of those games where they're like, I don't know, you're the mayor, enjoy, then I can find solace elsewhere. I am back in the UK. I'm so happy. when I got home, Clarky was still asleep for her nap, and Sam said, "Do you want to wake her up?" And I said, "Sure." And as I was coming up the stairs, I started crying a little bit because I was so excited to see her. But then after I woke her up, I held it together and I was totally fine. But I was like so excited. So excited to see my kid, man. Yeah. Is Sam feeling better? He is feeling better. He's still not feeling great, but he's feeling better. He was able to eat something and keep it down, which is a huge plus. So, yeah. Preparing my heart for the final BoJack episodes. I've started on the final Good Place episodes, and I don't know if I'm ready. Like, as I've been watching it, I've been like, am I ready for this? This is really, anyway. I assume he's never going to eat at whatever that place was ever again. It was Sainsbury's, so it was at a grocery store. So yeah, probably will eat there again. Probably not seafood, though. The final episode had me bawling. Fuck. Don't say anything. Don't spoil anything. But, damn. Did you rob a bank last night after the stream with your outfit? I did not. I told Sam that a couple people came in and called me chic, and he was like... But, you know, I did get some really good feedback on the idea of me, like, really, as I get older, leaning into the buying a suit and then just keeping it for eternity and letting it get really fucked up and just living in a suit. Lots of good feedback on that. So I think that I'm going to aim for that. The cafe at our Sainsbury's is cursed. We've eaten at the Sainsbury's cafe like a decent number of times, and it's always been totally fine. But I have never tried to have seafood there. Ever. So, is all the visa stuff sorted now? It should be all done. I was saying last night, that they were like, yeah, it should be like at the most 3 weeks. But because so much shit has gone wrong up till this point, and we've had to like redo so much stuff and whatever, I'm like, well, I have a stamp in my passport and had verbal confirmation that I'm good to be here for 6 months. That should be plenty of time, right? If not, I guess I'll go back for a little bit. But they said 3 weeks. So fingers crossed, everybody. Stop jinxing it, I know. Jinxing isn't real, guys. You know, funny enough, the guys at the application center were like, yeah, right now the immigration services over there have actually been pretty slow, and I wonder why that is. I don't know if people are just like really freaked out about everything that's going on and are just like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait. But mine was already you know, has already been in process for a while, so. You coughed. The jinxing is real. Oh my god, these frame issues are killing me. Killing me. But anyway, how's it going with you guys? How's life? How's stuff? I love the no politics rule. Yeah, sometimes I get some pushback on some of those rules. Understandably, I get it. I try to have our channel be somewhere that people can go and not have to like feel like they're going to get thrown into an argument about stuff. Does that make sense? I don't want anybody to ever feel like they are going to come here and be challenged about who they are, about where they live, about anything. So we try to have rules that are in line with that. Yeah, I like for people to have an option for a place to go where hopefully that stuff won't come up, right? There are plenty of us that are constantly having to fight or argue or talk about something that is unpleasant, right? So if there's somewhere that you can go where you don't have to, where you can just be a person that's enjoying stuff with some buds, that's all that I want, really. What's your tip for moving out for the first time? Oh my gosh, moving out for the first time. Tips as in tips about the moving process, or tips as in tips about settling into it? We've had a lot of people go to college for the first time or university for the first time and be like, what are some tips, chat? And typically a lot of us always give the same kind of tips, right? Which is try to meet people as soon as you can. And I know for some, me included, when I was going to college, for some of us, that sounds like a nightmare. But fortunately, most of the time, college and university is like much bigger than like high school, right? There's much more of a possibility that you are going to meet people who are in line with who you are. And there are typically lots of people who are also looking for someone like you, right? So start learning about how to budget now. Start trying to figure that out with like smaller amounts of money so that, you know, as you hopefully start making or having more money, you can be smart with it. That's something that I wish that I had done. Try to seek out ways to find people that you can connect with, because it really does help with the settling in process. It really helps to be able to find people that make you feel more comfortable and accepted and all of that. And what else? There are lists online. There are pantry lists online. You don't have to get everything that's on these lists. Specifically, things like spices are very expensive. But there are like pantry necessities that will help you out a lot. Things like rice, super cheap and very filling, to go along with the whole like budgeting thing. If you're looking at a prospect of like, I haven't really cooked for myself before, I don't really know how to, you know, make cheap, tasty things. Girl, get you some garlic salt. I know. Some people are going to be like, garlic salt. Get garlic salt. It's really cheap. And it's basically just salt and garlic powder put together. Get you some garlic salt for some quick flavor. Get you a big bag of rice. That shit's cheap. Learn how to make beans. You don't have to get the canned stuff, even though the canned ones are cheap. But like, if you just get a big old bag of beans and know how to cook it, it is cheaper. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Spices cover up all mistakes, but they are expensive, right? If you can get like cheap spice mixes, those are nice. Garlic salt, again, is super cheap and normally in like huge things, at least not here in America. Yeah, rice is great. There are websites that are like completely devoted to how do I make this cheaply. If you're moving into a dorm, find out what their rules are about cookware. Some places are going to be like, you can't have anything that will have a hot surface, right? But there are other options for things that you can get that will help you cook stuff in your dorm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have friends, I have pretty good friends that I went to high school with who went to college and had a full breakdown and came home and never went back to college. College isn't going to be for everybody, but I think that there are things that you can try to do to help you not feel so it is overwhelming, right? Your life has maybe your life has been a certain way for a really long time, up to the point that you move out for the first time, right? And you're going to have to probably learn to live with other people. You're probably going to have to learn to budget. You're probably going to have to learn to cook. You're going to be in a new place. You're going to be surrounded by people you've never met. It's a lot of new. It's a lot of new things, right? And I think that can be too much. I think that, honestly, I think that we don't prepare people very well for college, and we also make it seem like college is the only option for people, which is also untrue. There are lots of great things that you can do without college. Most of my colleagues did not go to college. So I think, yeah, moving out for the first time is exciting and fun. I don't know how we got completely focused on college, because most of the time this is a college question, but moving out for the first time is awesome. But it is challenging in a lot of ways, I guess is the point. So, yeah, just be prepared to learn a lot about different types of people, and be gentle with yourself about needing to change the way that you are used to living, because you most likely will not be able to live the same way that you have up till this point, and that's fine. Yeah, there are people like Jesse. There are people like Jesse who double majored and completed his shit in 2 years. How? No idea. And then there's people like me. I have 1 degree and it took me 5 years. So, you know, that sort of shit is gonna be different for everybody. My degree is in theater. Almost done. It took me 7. It took me 6 years to get a degree. That's fine. That's fine. Everybody's got different shit going on. Even if it was just, you know what, for the mental place that I'm in, I cannot overload myself with school. It's awesome just to complete it, you know? If you're like, I can't completely focus on school, I have to have a full-time job as well. I can only take a couple classes at a time. This is going to take me fucking forever. Crush it, man. Keep crushing it. That's amazing. And again, if you realize at a certain point, you know what? College ain't for me. Don't let yourself fall into a sunk cost fallacy and be like, but I've already spent this much money. I can't just leave now. You can. It doesn't mean that you have to keep spending money if it's the wrong thing for you to be doing. So, anyway, moving out is great. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about other people. And it's going to be a blast for whatever reason that you're moving out. That's why the first class in college you should take is economics. We should be teaching economics in high school, at least in America. We do not. Is Dodger moving? I already moved. I'm in America. That's why this room is empty. People keep coming in and being like, oh man, the room is empty. Are you leaving? There's never been anything in this room. My wife, she sounds healthy. 2 seconds later, she coughs the same way. Cheers. Cheers, beautiful. I don't know what it was. My cough, like, completely went away. Every plane I was on, I wore a mask and gloves and a big old fucking coat. Planes are disease tubes. Dude. I honestly think it's like the air. Oh, God. Dodger was the shady character from Spy. People looked at me like I was crazy, but I was like, I am not bringing any of this. Like, I'm not bringing any of this home. I'm not giving this to my daughter. Whatever y'all have going on with you. My sister's family works at a hospital. So, with all the coronavirus, whatever the hell going on right now, knowing that I was going to be going to LA when they have confirmed cases there, my nephew came home with a huge wad of plastic gloves and a bunch of adult and child masks. I guess the just basic paper ones don't really do that much for you in this situation, but surgical ones do. So he brought me a bunch of like thick surgical ones. They are hard to breathe in. Oh my God, the hiccups. Cool, we're good. Congrats on the move. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very excited. Yeah. Sam was like, I don't think we're getting internet this weekend. It's like, don't say that. Don't say that. Does that work? I do it to distract myself. I think sometimes hiccups are a mental game, right? So I hold my breath, but I also like thump my chest in a rhythm to focus on doing something. And I think it helps. I don't know. Yeah, the other one that has worked really well for me in the past is the you like take in more air over time. So you like hold your breath for like 10 seconds and then take in a little more air and then take in a little more air. And sometimes that does it for me. But does Clark like her new beanie? She does. But she keeps grabbing mine and going, "Mummy hat, mummy hat." So I think she really likes mine. I think she likes mine more. Yeah, man. She's definitely taller. She had a growth spurt while I was gone. So she's definitely taller. She's saying a bunch of new stuff. She says water. She was doing the funniest shit in the bath last night. She was pretending to drink water. So she brought a spoon into the bath with her. So she would like pick up water with the spoon and then dump it out and go, "Ah, water. And I think she was mimicking Happy from Hey Dougie, for any of you parents that have seen that. Happy is the kid that's obsessed with water. He wants to be in puddles. He wants to be in baths. He wants to be in pools. The episode where they all had to find something interesting, he brought a glass of water. And there are a couple of different episodes where he drinks water and goes, "Ah, water." And so she was like, I think mimicking him. She was sitting there going, "Ah, water. Ah, water." It's so silly. I was like, "Oh, honey. Water. Poor Brad. Your diction is amazing." Oh, why, thank you. What exactly is diction? Is that like enunciation? No, not dictionary. I know what that is. Goofball. Choice and use of words and phrases in speech or writing. Oh. Your style of enunciation in speaking or singing. Why, thank you. I would die for Brad Leone. He's great. He's great. He's like the special sauce of Bon Appetit videos. Right? Like, you can take a person, a Bon Appetit person, and be like, "This is a video with them." And then you're like, "And Brad!" And you know that there's going to be some weird, chaotic shit going on in that video. I love it. My dad wants to be his friend so bad. I want to know, he's got like a wife and kids, I think. I want to know what his kids are like. Like, I desperately want to know what his kids are like. Chris has grown on me. Chris was the first person I ever watched on Bon Appetit. Yeah, if Brad feels like a chaotic uncle, Chris feels like a dad. Like in that kitchen. I like him a lot. He does that thing that dads do where he's really like prim and strict until he's not. And everyone's like, "Chris." It would be funny if his kids were really... That's what I'm saying. Are his kids normal? Are his kids like super normal? I have to know. Much love from Sweden. Thank you, Richard. One of Brad's kids does archery with him. Fuck. That's so good. I was looking at, that reminds me, I was looking up like weird classes for children because I have to. And I would love it if there was some kind of an archery thing that I could take Clark to. Not yet. She's almost 2, but one day I would love to put her in archery. But yeah, if you've never watched Bon Appetit, it's great. It's a great channel. Chuckles, thank you for gifting a sub. Welcome, Levexian. You're in the right country for archery. I'm also in the right country for mushroom foraging. So, you know, you work with what you got, right? Clark is getting really, really good at opening all of the locks on her latch board. I'm so proud. She'll be stealing shit from the bourgeoisie in no time. Basically, we got her, there are boards that you can get for kids called latch boards. And they're basically like different types of motor skills things. We got her one that is little doors with locks. And all of the locks are different. And so your kid has to learn or figure out how to unlock it. And then when you open the door, there's like animals inside, right? So the first door has 1 purple pony. And the 6th one has 6 orange fish, right? And yeah, she's figured them all out pretty much. There's like one of them that she can't figure out how to completely do. It's one of those locks where you have to kind of like push it around, like you unlock it like this, and she always pushes it halfway because it kind of snaps out at halfway. And I think her brain goes, it's done. And I'm like, no, you have to keep pushing it. And if she tries to open the door, she's like, ah! So yeah, I mean, if Clark and her little cousins aren't doing some kind of grifts in a few years here, I'm going to be shocked. Man, she got to spend so much time while I was gone. She got to spend so much time with her cousins, and she talks about them all the time. Obviously, baby talk. But, you know, she knows how to say a lot of words. So it felt like she was kind of taking me through everything that she got up to while I was gone. She's telling me all about Charlie, and Tommy, and River. She still says Rosie sometimes, but she is starting to figure out how to say River. So, adorable. I thought about practicing my lock picking on a study hall stream sometimes. And I'm almost positive that's illegal. So I don't think that that'll ever be a thing we do, but I have thought about it, just FYI. Oh, my name is Emily, but my nephews can't pronounce it, so I'm Auntie Lala. That's so cute. That's such a cute name, Auntie Lala. Sam's brother's name is Ollie, which I'm sure they could figure out how to say, but for some reason Clark started calling him Uncle Bootsy. So now Sam's mom calls him Bootsy when he's with the kids, and he's like, no. It is not the footballer brother, no. It is a construction brother. Uncle Ollie. It's Uncle Bootsy now. So there you go. My ass is going back to bed. Bye-bye. Enjoy. My brain thinks I should be asleep, so I feel you. I know. Yeah, I just... I don't know. I would have to make sure. I would have to ask if it's okay for me to to do lock picking stuff on stream. Because I think, depending, they might feel weird about that. So I would just want to ask so that I don't get like a strike or something. But it's afternoon. It is afternoon in England. That is true. Also, Clark has been demanding a bubble bath all day. And I was like, no, we'll take one later. We'll take one later. And so Sam promised her that when she woke up from her nap, she would get a bubble bath. And I'm positive, after living with this baby for nearly 2 years now, she is going to wake up and go, morning, Daddy, bubble bath? 100%. She will not forget. Water. Water. She does deserve that bubble bath. She's been very good today. She had one breakdown because I asked her to say please. She really wanted a biscuit, a cookie. She really wanted a biscuit. I was in the kitchen. She came to me and said, Mommy biscuit? Mommy biscuit? And I said, can you say please? And she fucking lost it. I was like, well, now it's a thing and we're not getting a biscuit until we say please. So I literally sat on the floor while she was sobbing. Well, she was sobbing over having to say please. And I just had to do that really patient parent thing where I said, Clarky, look at me. Calm down. Look at me. It's fine. It's okay. You just have to say, Mommy biscuit, please. Losing it. It's so funny that kids do that sometimes. Whereas as the adult in the situation, you're like, it's so easy to get the biscuit. It's so easy to get the biscuit, right? All you have to do is say please. She also, because when I pick her up, I say 1, 2, 3 up. If I'm sitting on the ground and she doesn't want me on the ground, she'll pretend to lift me. So say I'm cross-legged, right? Say I'm like sitting like this. She'll grab my leg and push on it and go 1, 2 up, 1, 2 up, 1, 2 up. So she's sobbing and has now changed tactics and comes to me and goes 1, 2 up, 1, 2 up, 1, 2 up. And I was like, okay, I'll stand up. So I stood up and then she goes, Clarky up, Clarky up, Clarky up. I was like, okay. So I picked her up and she goes, Clarky arm. I was like, yeah, that is Clarky's arm. She goes, Clarky cheek. I was like, yeah, that's Clarky's cheek. Clarky eyes. It's like, yep, that's true. And then she goes, biscuit? I was like, can you say Mommy biscuit, please? And she paused and she goes, Mommy biscuit, please? And I was like, yay, we did it! Of course you can have a biscuit, my sweet darling. Thank you for saying please. Here's your biscuit. Have fun. And she was like, oh, I did it. She got there eventually. She knows the word please. She's said it for a while now. But for some reason, please is one of those words where I don't know if it's frustration because she doesn't understand what it's for, right? In the phrase, she knows that Mummy, I'm addressing the person I want to get the thing. Biscuit. Mummy, I want the biscuit. what is the please for? Obviously, she doesn't get that. And she's not going to get that for a while. It's like this extra word that has no purpose there, but that we demand out of her, right? And so she, I think, just gets really frustrated and is like, I don't want to. I'm like, cool, then I guess you don't really want a biscuit. And then it's that. And then it's me just sitting there like, I can sit here all day, baby. I can sit here all day. You can look in the oven and watch yourself cry for an hour if you want. Kids love to watch themselves cry. You can sit there, look in the oven. Mommy's so mean. I just want a biscuit. Okay. I'll just sit. I'll be here. I'll just sit right here. That's me. That's my parenting style. Frustrating amounts of patience. That's my tactic. Oh, I learned a lot of Twitch etiquette on this channel. It's one of the first channels I visited, so Dodger has been teaching people manners for a long time. Thank you. Oh, that's very sweet. How do you avoid laughing in that situation? At this point now, it's not really funny for me anymore, but it's also not frustrating for me anymore. So, you know, it's kind of the best of both worlds. It just takes a lot of, like, sometimes you get a better result if you try to engage, but the engagement has to be, like, calm, right? So they're losing it, and you need to be the calm for them. Like, everything's fine. You're okay. Let's bring it down a notch, right? We can talk. You know how to use your words. It's okay. Deep breaths. She's learned deep breaths now because I've used that for a while. But it wasn't, for some reason, I came back and said deep breaths, and she went, deep breath? I was like, oh, she remembered the deep breath, even though I've been gone. That's weird. And she loves that because I blow in her face. So I'll go, deep breath, and she'll go, deep breath, and I'll go, and like blow in her face really hard, and she thinks it's so funny, and it kind of like snaps her out of it a little bit. But yeah, they're just like little, you just have to figure out what's going to work for the situation, because you're also trying to teach them, like, what am I feeling right now? They don't know the word for how they're feeling or what it is or any of that. They just know that it's not good, you know, and most of the time they're just frustrated. So if you can knock them out of it, they'll be able to think a bit easier. But if they're just like in that toddler rage, they can't think through the fog, you know? Yeah, if you can just knock your kid out, it helps a lot. When they wake up, it's like nothing ever happened. I'm kidding. If you're the patient parent, is Sam the opposite? No, I think Sam and I have been we've been pretty united about our approach to Clark, which is great. The both of us try to just, we try to do the thing where it's like, you know, you're upset. You're not going to get what you want just because you're upset. But we love you. We're here to confirm that we love you. If you need that, if you want a hug or anything like that, absolutely. We'll offer you a hug. If you don't want a hug, that's chill. But, you know, this is a teaching moment. And unfortunately, frustration is a really good teacher for a kid. So I guess you're just going to be frustrated. And yeah, fortunately, both of us are like that. How do you stop them from biting people? Our kid doesn't bite people, so I don't know. That's not a thing I've had to try and figure out. You have a kid? How long have I been asleep? She's almost 2. Have you seen the game Temtem? I have. My husband has been playing it. I am not interested. I came back and I was like, man, I wish that somebody had told me that there were a bunch of boys in Arknights. And Sam was like woke up from a deep sleep. Like, you've been playing Arknights? Like, yeah. For how long? I don't know, like 3 or 4 days. It's like, what? Because he's been playing Arknights. But I hadn't like said anything to him. Arknights is not just a waifu game. I was blown away. Because I was like, oh, a tower defense game with waifus, of course. Because Sam and Whips are playing it. Of course, it's a waifu game. I booted it up. There's a bunch of like reptile people in it. My main like starting screen dude is called Matterhorn, and he's just a big bull boy. He doesn't have a bull face though. All the reptile guys have reptile faces though, and that's pretty great. Hold on, I'll show him to you. But yeah, it's a tower defense. I haven't played a tower defense in a really long time. It's been really fun, actually, but it is a gacha game. So if you're weak to gacha games and you spend a lot of money, just don't download it. Matterhorn, where are you? How can I do? Konnichiwa, doctor. Fuck off. I know, I've logged in today. Isn't it exciting? See? He's a big bull boy. Hold on. Let me show you one of the lizard people, because they're great. I wanted to just have a whole squad of lizard people, but so far, I don't have a lizard person above 2 stars. So, obviously, the game is, really screwing the lizard people. Unfortunate. There he is. Yeah. Look at this guy. He's great. I used him for a long time. But, you know, sadly, it's only 2 stars. And this guy? So far, no lizard girls. Not surprising. The game is like, our girls have to be cute. They can't be lizard people. Unreal. How many of these characters are you gonna make? Like 3 million? It's a gacha game. Let some of them be lizards. Anyways. The lizard girls have normal faces, which is sad. It's like any other anthropomorphized animal-based thing. But my scaly girls, I know, man. I'm telling you. Hold on. I got this chick. I got 2 of her somehow, and she's like rad as hell looking. So, really into her. This chick's pretty good. I only have 2. No. I have 1 6-star. And then a bunch of 5 stars and 4 stars. So. I love her. I use her all the time. Yeah. It's nice because, like, they all have... It's a bit easier for me to make a... Like, not a build, but create a squad in this game. Because a lot of the other, like, gacha team-based games, it's not totally clear to me what the difference is between everybody. Right? So, the game's called Arknights. A-R-K... Arknights. So in this game it's a bit easier because it's a tower defense game. So as you place them down, you realize what their abilities are. If they're like a new person, right? One of them, I think my 6-star person, she slows people. So her attack slows people down. And I was like, oh, fuck, that's so useful. Right? And then I'm going, okay, well, I definitely want her in a team to like slow people down, like that kind of a thing. It makes it a lot easier for me to figure out like, oh, this is the value this character adds, and this is what their ult does, and this is how it'll help me, and like, yeah. So, you have a Pixel, right? How do you like it? I'm curious about them, and I don't know anyone who has them. I know a lot of people who have them at this point now. I do really like it. It's the first Android phone I've had that I've really liked. But my camera has stopped working at this point. I can't remember when I got this phone. I think 2 Christmases ago is when I got this phone. And yeah, I like it. I do like it a lot. But the camera busted at a certain point. And everything that I've looked up and everything I've been told is like, well, that's unfixable. So you have to just get a new phone. I've gathered enough wholesome energy to get out of bed. Yeah, we did it. Well done, everybody. Go look at what Jesse tweeted. It hurt my head. Okay. Oh. No, stop. Go away. Look at what Jesse tweeted. It hurt my head. All right. Oh, good. I recently searched for him, so that's easy. Oh. Yeah. That's good. That's some Escher shit. Yeah, Escher physics, yeah. The camera on my old Pixel broke as well. It made me switch to an iPhone for the first time. Yeah, it's super weird. My camera is permanently stuck at a certain focus level, so the camera won't focus anymore. And it did it quite a few times before this, but after a few days it would fix itself, and it won't fix itself anymore. So, yeah, it's frustrating. I don't know anybody else who has had this problem. Just me. So. Given a whack with a hammer. Oh my god, you know what I started reading about? Is that my family? You know what I started reading about is people who are making like homebrew versions of like Alexa and things like that. Because somebody was talking about, they were like, man, how come all this really cool technology, like, you know, Google Home and all that, how come all that has to be so tainted by the cloud system and by like worrying that people are listening to you and all of that shit? Like, this stuff could be so cool. And someone was like, oh, obviously people are working on ways for you to just like build that at home. And I was like, why have I never thought of that? Of course people are trying to figure that out. Of course people are making that. Like, of course they are. And it really makes me want to figure out how to do it. Yeah, you can find a lot of information about people making like homebrew systems like that. It's actually kind of easy. Is it? Is it easy for somebody who already gets it? Yeah, it's literally, apparently, it's literally like a Raspberry Pi project. Have you tried downloading a different camera app? I haven't, but I should to see if that's the issue, huh? I've never thought of that. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Let's do this together. In case somebody has also had this problem. What's a good camera app for Android? Self-hosted digital assistant is what to search for. There you go. There you go. If any of you guys are like me and being like, man, I don't really want an Alexa in my house again. And I don't really want Google Home. Like, I don't want any of that shit. Open camera? Okay. Installing. Oh my god, if this fixes my issue, I'm gonna be so excited. When my camera stops working, I slap my phone against my hand. You know, I would love for that to work. Allow. Okay. All right, let's see. No. It's not working. It's not working. That's not it. Damn. It was worth a try. But like I said, other people who have had this issue, like in forum posts and stuff, have said that the phone literally had to be replaced. It wasn't like an issue that could be fixed. So that sucks. Yeah. So there you go. Main reason companies do the cloud-based service is code protection. If they ship the devices with full service, people could easily reverse engineer the software. That makes sense. What's with the fancy scarf? I don't know. My kid was wearing it as a dress, and then I picked it up and put it on. You're welcome. That story, I'm sure, made your day. Cook Serve Delicious 3 has gone into early access and he plans on trying it out. Oh my god, I'm so fucking bad at those games. I would like to play it, but I'm not good at those games. Really bad at them. So, any plans to do more VR? Absolutely. I definitely want to do more VR. That was so fun. That stream was legitimately like so fun. My Google Assistant is set to have an English accent. My Google Assistant on my phone is also set to have an English accent, and I feel like now that I'm in England, I need to just set it to have an American accent. Not even 3, her mom is already stealing her dresses. Sam was like, she's never done this before, and I agree, she never did this before I left either. Since I've been back, Clark wants to dress me constantly. Like, she grabs all of her clothes and just like shoves them on me, so I look kind of like that old woman in the labyrinth with like the trash pile on her. She just like keeps like grabbing clothes and putting them on me, which is really cute. So I've been trying to turn it into a teaching thing, because she also really wants to figure out how to put on clothes by herself. So we've been practicing that a lot. So if she like gives me a shirt, sometimes I'll be like, does Clarky want to wear this shirt? And then she'll try to put it on. But yeah, it just wound up with me covered in all of her clothes last night. She did miss me. I know. I miss her too. You have great VR humor. Thank you. That's very sweet. I hear them. They're doing something. She'll probably pick it up quickly if she's already showing interest. I feel like it started with, because we do, when we're taking off a shirt or putting on a shirt, we do one arm, two arm. So she knows like, oh, take my arm out, take my other arm out. Or, oh, put my arm in, put my other arm in, right? But she would take out both arms and then immediately try to take off the shirt. So I was like, okay, that's your job now. So I help her with her arms, and then she takes off. She actually like pulls the shirt off. And so now she really wants to figure out how to put the arms in herself and stuff like that. Hello! I was just talking about you. Hi, baby. How are you? Oh, you're so warm from nap time. You're so warm, Clarky. How'd you sleep?
Hi.
How'd you sleep? Did you sleep okay? Oh, bye-bye. Mwah. I love you.
Oh, we leaving?
She said bye-bye. She's done. Can I kiss Clarky's cheek? Aw.
We going?
Yeah, are you going? Okay, where are you going? Gonna go have fun with Daddy? Yeah. Mwah. She's got a little schmutz in her eye.
Okay.
I love you. Have fun with Daddy, okay? I'll be downstairs soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Mr. Bubblekins, thank you so much for the big bits. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Sam's hair is longer than Dodger's. I know. If you want to see a really cute picture from this morning, go to my Instagram stories. I posted a really cute picture in my Instagram story of Sam and Clark, and Sam's hair is so long. You can see his hair just down, like, luxurious. He looks like John Wick. I can't wait till my daughter's that big. It's so fun. It's so fun. She's at such a great age right now. Does he even use conditioner? No, you know what's obnoxious? He uses like, well, I guess not anymore, but when we were in the old place, the stuff that he got was literally one of those like all-in-one bath gel, shampoo, conditioner, moisturizer, face cleanse, like those fucking stupid things. And I was like, that can't be good for any of those individual things. Like that that's not great. He and I are using the same like shampoo now. I don't know if he conditions. No idea. But he was using one of those just like all in one. I was like, how come your hair is so beautiful? It doesn't look as long in the picture as it did when you walked in just now. Really? I thought it looked so long in that picture. I feel like I have to go look at it again. I guess not. It's kind of like, it's kind of scooped over his shoulder, huh? He's cute. I have a cute husband. My wife wanted to kill me when she realized I straight up use Head and Shoulders. Yo, you use what works, right? Stoob, I think it depends on your water. He said, I don't think you can not condition your hair without it getting all effed up from the shampoo. So, like, my hair was super messed up growing up, but we realized it was because of our water. The farm water was, like, not doing great stuff to my hair. So, I didn't use conditioner until I was, like, 16. And using conditioner for the first time was nuts. I was like, oh my god, my hair is so soft. Like, this is crazy. Yeah. But I think in my situation, she was saying, you know, for some people, they don't ever really use conditioner because their water is soft enough that it doesn't stand out to them as like they need anything else. But if you have really hard water, just shampooing it can make it like, also depending on if you've ever bleached it or anything like that. But at the time, I hadn't really done much to my hair. But all hair is different, right? It's just yet another part of our great gene pool where one person's hair is going to need a completely different thing than another person's hair. It's so dumb. Here's something wild. I'm near a natural park and our water is slightly radiated. Is that safe? Is radiated water safe? I never needed conditioner before I moved to a place with hard ass water. The tap also tastes gross. That's another thing. I didn't realize that our tap water was weird until I tried other people's tap water and was like, wow, our water tastes different. Because hard water basically just has tons of like minerals and things in it, right? So our water tasted really different compared to other people's water. And yeah, if you haven't had it before, like Sam cannot drink the tap water at the farm. He cannot drink it. He's like, this is gross. But, you know, I don't prefer it anymore. I'm not that used to it anymore, but I can still drink it and it's fine. My parents just installed one of those things that it's literally just like a second sort of like faucet, but it's a tiny one and everything that comes out of it is filtered. So they installed that so that there's the option, because my dad only wants to, for anybody who doesn't know and hasn't heard me talk about this before, my dad is obsessed with trying to make the perfect latte. My dad will only, for the good of the system, will only use filtered water with his coffee machine and his espresso maker, which is very responsible of him. So my mom was like, you know what? What if we just got another one of those things? Because at their, they live in the desert part-time, because they both have like bad arthritis and stuff. My parents are older. And also to spend time with some family that's also out there. So they have one of those in the desert. And so they were like, what if we just had that at the farm as well? Has he perfected it yet? No, because again, my parents are older. My dad hasn't taken great care of himself. So I think he got to a point where he was really happy with how it tasted. And then the doctor was like, I really need you to cut some of these things out for the good of your body. You need to start having these things less often. My dad likes to have 2-ish lattes a day. So using like full fat, full sugar, whatever the hell in a big ass latte every day, he was like, I'm gonna have to change some of the stuff that I'm using. And so now it's a whole new process, figuring out how he wants it. Glad to catch the stream. Hi, Pastel Witch. Hi, Skoog. Yeah. When I was a kid, he was obsessed with making the perfect enchilada sauce. There was a Mexican restaurant that had enchilada sauce that my dad was obsessed with, and he really wanted to figure out how it was made and what was in it. And so he was constantly tweaking his enchilada sauce recipe. And every time we would eat it, he would be like, it's just not right. It was delicious every time. And he was like, there's just something missing. And I wonder if there actually was, or if he had just built it up in his mind so much that he wouldn't, even if he had nailed it, he wouldn't have noticed anymore, you know? My dad is, as many as many people who are prone to addictions are, sometimes that also goes hand in hand with like a little bit of obsessive behavior, right? My dad has these like cute obsessions that he gets in his life that are very wholesome to counterbalance his like addiction struggles. But yeah, one of them was, I'm going to make this enchilada sauce if it kills me. And now it's turned into, I'm going to figure out how to make the perfect vanilla latte. And it's very cute. That's such a mood. I'm trying to make the perfect fried egg on toast. I know it's stupid, but I'm hooked on practicing. I had never thought of it like addiction. I mean, it's just, I think it might be the same sort of stuff that's firing there, right? Just like hyper focusing on something or getting kind of wrapped up in something. Sometimes people who have more addictive personalities, I think, are more susceptible to like, I'm gonna do this thing, you know, like really focusing on a thing. Keep your dad away from video games. My dad is the reason that I started playing video games in the first place, because my dad, for his entire life, has played, not his entire life, because he's in his 70s now and it didn't exist, but when Tetris came out for the NES, from that day forward, it was my dad's favorite game. And he has replacement controllers, NES controllers, that he bought off of eBay just in case a controller breaks. When the controllers break, he pops them open and tries to get them working again. But if he can't and there's just something wrong, he has backups. He has backup NES systems. The TV in the garage that he plays Tetris on has the Tetris endgame screen permanently burned into it. That's my dad. But he doesn't want to do, there's like level 18. I think it's level 18. Maybe it's 16 now. It used to be 18, but one of those is his perfect speed. So he doesn't want to challenge himself to do a faster level. He doesn't want to do a slower level. He has levels that he wants to do because they help him think, right? He has lots of little like stimming and fussing items around. He has lots of like tools that he likes to, you know, continually do the same action with over and over and over again. And he has like his specific level of Tetris that he wants to play because it's soothing for him, you know? So, he would always laugh because my brother and I were like, only level 19, right? We will only play level 19. We will play it forever. And my dad was like, that's just stressful. That's just stressful. Why would you want to play level 19? That's not fun. You should play this level. It's just a little bit slower. It's more chill. Got time to think, you know? Like, that's my dad. So yeah, my dad has the hyperfixation that has happened with Tetris, and I don't think he plays it as often anymore, but it's all still there. Don't tell him about Tetris 99. Again, he wouldn't play that. He wouldn't play Tetris 99 because it's competitive. He has no interest in competing with other people. He doesn't want to be like the best at Tetris. He wants to use Tetris to soothe his brain, you know? He's great. He's very inspiring. I've talked about him a lot on stream, but yeah, he's struggled with alcoholism and all kinds of shit his whole life and has been sober now for years and years. Has like he has scoliosis, like tons of back problems and stuff. They put him on all kinds of painkillers and he was like, fuck it, I don't want to be on these anymore. And just started like paring them back on his own. He's awesome. He's awesome. Sounds like my dad with Spider Solitaire and refusing to use more than one suite of cards. My mom got really into Spider Solitaire. The secret to being the best at Tetris is not wanting to be the best at Tetris. Tetris is good comfort food. There are games that become comfort food for you, huh? Your dad and I have a scary amount in common. I'm a girl in her 20s, and my current obsession is the perfect curry. Yo, if you figure out the perfect curry, hit me up. I used to, when my mom would do, like match mahjong, not proper mahjong, but like match the tiles mahjong, I would sit next to her and I would go, right there, right there, right there. And it was so obnoxious. And my mom would have to be like, I employ this now on stream, right? Where she would have to be like, honey, it's not fun if you tell me where the matches are. I want to play it for myself. I appreciate the help, and I'll ask you if I want help, but it's not fun if you are playing the game for me. It was really hard for me to learn to just sit there and wait for my turn to play. My mom's current go-to is Final Fantasy 14. Yo, if she needs a free company, you let her know. The origin of the no backseating rule, right? I feel like in our Final Fantasy command, I really need to put that I'm a white mage, because people are always like, what does Dodger play? What is she? I feel like I should put white mage in there. Just haven't. Oh my god. Octo, this just reminded me. While I was in town, I managed to see Octo for a hot minute. And we swung by this crepe place. And I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna... We just got like plain crepes. And I was like, oh, they have macarons here. I think that I'll get like a little set of them as like a thank you to Jesse and give those to him because he's letting me stay with him. And the girl who was working there had a beanie that was just covered in Emmerich pins. And I wasn't going to say anything. And then literally like on our way out, like we had everything. On our way out, I was like, by the way, I love all of your Final Fantasy 14 pins. And it turned into like, oh, we're never going to leave. Because the second I mentioned it, she was like, oh my God, do you guys play? What data center are you? Oh my God, what do you play? I'm white mage. You're white mage too? Oh my God, what did you think about this patch? Like it turned into a huge thing. And I really just wanted it to be like a, hey, solidarity, love that game. Anyway, bye. It was not that. She was so excited. I don't think anybody's ever been like, I know what those are. She was like, oh my God, can we talk about Final Fantasy 14, please? And it was so cute. She was like really sweet. So, yeah, we wound up getting roped into like a 15 to 20 minute conversation about Final Fantasy 14. It was really sweet. It was very cute. And then, of course, you know, Octo and I are both streamers. So Octo just like casually drops into the conversation. Yeah, I was offered an opportunity to meet Yoshi P, but I had a tournament, so I decided to do the tournament instead. And she looked like she was about to fucking throw the entire cash register at him. talk. You can't just say that shit. You can't just say that shit to people. This one time, a guy in Tesco said he liked my Firefly t-shirt. I was like, oh my God, thank you. Oh my God, you made my day. Oh my God. And then I ranted about it to my boyfriend for the whole damn week. I still really need to get Sam to watch Firefly. I think he would love it. He has watched the most garbage television over the last couple of weeks. He watched all of Sabrina, all 3 seasons, and he was like, it's really bad. I was like, I know. And then he watched this like Netflix zombie show where all of the adults have died and only the kids survived. And the entire time he was watching it, he was like, this is bad. I don't like this. But he watched the whole thing, and I'm like, surely now is the perfect time for you to either watch Firefly or Star Trek Discovery with me. Like, one of those, please. I'm so happy to hear you liked Star Trek Discovery. So many people hate on it for not being like the old shows. Yeah, no spoilies about Star Trek Discovery, but I've really, really liked it. At first everyone was like, right, well, season 1 was bad, but season 2 is pretty good. And I was like, I haven't even gotten to season 2 yet. I finished season 1 and I'm like 2 episodes into season 2 now. But at the time when I was talking about it on stream, I hadn't even finished season 1, and I was like, I love this. But I really like a lot of Brian Fuller shows. So I like the kind of convoluted, you know, like you start to feel like, are they just is this Lost? Are they just winging it? Is just like random shit happening now? And then you're like, oh, this was all planned. I see. I've been bamboozled. I see. I enjoy that shit. I like that it has like a really strong story arc throughout the whole thing. I liked the characters a lot, so I really, really enjoyed it. I have seen Picard. Picard is also great. No spoilers. Picard is also great. Yeah, Star Trek Discovery, I really like. I haven't tried Orville. I was talking about it with Jesse, because Jesse also enjoys Star Trek. And he was like, yeah, a bunch of people told me to watch Orville, and I was really bored. And I was like, I haven't tried Orville yet, but I did start watching Discovery, and I loved it. And he was like, okay, people told me not to watch Discovery because it was garbage, and that I should watch Orville instead, but I didn't really like Orville. And I was like, maybe you would really like Discovery, because I did. So we'll see. He's going to report back to me. I never know how to talk to people about my tattoos. I get them and show off, but when I'm asked about them, I get awkward. Like, you're really proud of how they look, but if someone is like, so what's the meaning behind it? You feel like uncomfortable. I kind of get that. Like, there are lots of tattoos that I have thought about getting. And if I imagine somebody being like, so what is it? Like, what was the inspiration there? There's a part of me that really hates that all I would be able to say is, it's about Dragon Balls. Like, I don't like that. I know that it would look cool. My girlfriend has pansies tattooed on her. Her reason for it is because I'm a big baby. I like that. There are also just like kind of stupid tattoos that I would love to get. I was talking with Adam Coble about this. He was like, I have so many at this point that I can literally get whatever I want. He was like, if I want to get like a really stupid tattoo, I can. It just blends in with all the other shit. So like, who gives a shit? I was like, that's so freeing. It's so freeing. He was like, yeah, I really want to get like an ugly wizard on me. And I think he did. I think he got the ugly wizard. This was a while back that we were having this conversation. He was like, I can get like an ugly wizard tattoo if I want. It's like, that's great. I really want a Yu Yu Hakusho one. I have yet to see a really good Yu Yu Hakusho tattoo. I've looked before. I decided at some point that I was just gonna work a black dragon into like a different tattoo. There's a couple different tattoo artists that do really cool like castle stuff, and I've thought before, oh, it would be really neat to get like a castle tattoo and have there be a black dragon and it's modeled after the Kokuryu in Yu Yu Hakusho. I think that would be really cool. And that way it's like a nod to it and not just like a Yu Yu Hakusho tattoo. So stuff like that. That's kind of how I try to think around that sort of stuff. If I'm like, I don't really want like a tattoo of Vegeta, right? Like I don't want that. I love when I see people with cool tattoos like that, but I don't think that it works for me. So is there a tattoo that I can imagine myself getting where I can work more referential stuff in? I have my Twitter handle tattooed on my foot because I wanted to. I'm not deep. Yo, that's awesome. I love stuff like that. I love stuff where you're just like, so why did you do that? Because I wanted to. Awesome. That's great. Ugly Wizard is going to be the name of my stoner metal band. I love it. Good. I want to get the bonfire from Dark Souls tattooed on me. Hell yeah. I think I was mentioning this a while back, but I kind of want to Corey, the guy that did the mandalas in this design, he messaged me not that long ago and was like, hey, let me know if you ever want to do more stuff on that arm. And I really want, if I get like a couple more things, I would really love to go back to him and have his mandalas slowly turn into the mandala designs from Hollow Knight. I think that would be sick as hell, and have them be like filler instead. I think that would be rad, but that would be like really far away because I don't get tattoos that often. But yeah, because Hollow Knight is like, it might be my favorite game of all time. I don't know. It's always hard to say that for me, but it's so good. I love that game so much. And so I'm like, I really want to Hollow Knight something, but I don't just want like the knight on me somewhere, right? I don't know. Hell yeah, Silk Song. I can't wait, dude. Would you let Clark get a tattoo? When she's 18, she can do whatever the hell she wants. I'm too phobic about needles to get a tattoo. I know, dude. I have friends who are like, I want a tattoo so bad, but the second I see a needle, I'm out. I'm out of there. Oh, yeah. The chat rules message I've shortened to just like, don't be an asshole. There's a button below that has the actual rules. There is a button below that has the actual rules, but it's because I know now, I've learned now, nobody reads those. You go to somebody's chat and this pop-up shows up that's like, here's the chat rules. Nobody reads those. Nobody ever reads those. But we do have like a full-on rules list that you can read if you want to. So. Guilty. I do. You're the best of us. I think for the most part, I do this. So I'm sure other people do this. For the most part, you go to somebody's chat and you're like, I know how to not do stupid shit. I'm fine, right? So you just click through it. Like, I'm not going to do anything offensive. It's fine. Most people have, like, mostly the same rules. I think the rule that that people get dinged on the most in our chat, honestly, is the backseating stuff, which some people want backseating and some people just don't. So. What if instead you put a weird rule and then wait to see if anybody notices it? That radiator is dope. Thank you. I built it myself. I didn't. I didn't actually build it. I really have to go to the bathroom. Side note. So, I'm going to do that. We're going to take a little break. I'm going to go to the bathroom. And then we'll be back in a hot minute. Okay? Sick. Great. Cool. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Go stretch. Grab a drink. Take your pills. Whatever you gotta do. I'll see you in a minute. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Did you all poop? Did you take your pills? Did you stretch? Do we need to group stretch? 'Cause we can. I can guide you. I can be your stretching spirit guide if you would like. Okay. All right, guys. Just do some wiggling. Just do a little bit of wiggling. Just do a little bit of wiggling. There's no way to do this wrong, guys. Just wiggling a little bit. Just doing some wiggles. Okay, now, shoulders back, shoulders back. What was the first song you played? It's called Bonus Stage by Retrograde. And now forward. All right, here we go. Just some like basic stretching. It's good for your posture. It's good for your bod, right? Okay, we're gonna stretch back if you can. Obviously, this is all whatever is attainable for you. Don't hurt yourself. If it hurts, it's your body saying don't do that. So adjust as necessary or skip as necessary. Stretch one arm across. Stretch the other arm across. Head softly to the side. 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 Now we're going to do what are called isolations. Isolations are when you focus entirely on one part of your body and scooch it in one direction or another. So we're going to focus on our chest area. And we're going to go front, side, back, side. Going back always feels so good to me. Front, side, back, side. Front, side, back, side. And the other way. Back, side, front, side. Back, side, front, side. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Now the thing that most of us are going to need, aside from the like posture adjustment, are wristicles, right? All right. Let's twist our wrists. twist our wrists. Fun fact, I used to have ganglion cysts on both wrists growing up. They disappeared as I got older, but they really sucked, and it meant my wrists always hurt. So I had to do this shit a lot. And then, gonna do some of this stuff, do some waves, do some waves, and whop, 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 whop. Good job. You stretched. You did it. Is it normal for my wrists to crack when I spin them? I don't think that it's a sign that anything's wrong, although I am not an expert in anything. I just took a lot of dance classes and know lots of stretches. Why is there a cabinet door open? Because it's the only way for us to mount the microphone, is to mount it inside of a cabinet. So the door has to stay open. Yeah, look them up. They're weird. They're little like fluid packets that can happen right here. They used to think that they were like weird, like evil things. So my mom also had them, and her wrists were slapped with Bibles to get rid of them, because that's normal. They're just little fluid packets that happen like right in here. So there would just be a big lump on both of my wrists. And yeah, when I was doing like dance team and stuff, and I had to put a lot of like weight on my wrists, it always hurt really bad. So I had to do like, I had to strengthen my wrists and stretch my wrists and do all that kind of stuff. And it gradually got easier. Are you dropping frames? Always. Pretty much always. Yeah, I'm dropping frames. Can we get this program in writing? The stretching program? Look, if y'all need somebody to be like, all right, bitch, you need to stretch, I can do that. I can be that guy. Yeah, my mom was also left-handed. And they forced her to write with her right hand. So there's tons of stuff that my mom does with her left hand, but she writes with her right hand. Okay, great. I'm just going to add that to my list. The only person on Twitch who will teach you Minesweeper, and apparently a stretch instructor. That chair looks really comfy. Where did you get it? It's not a great chair. I'm going to be honest with you. It was a very cheap chair off of Amazon. Put it on your CV. Yes. Yep, our internet still is not 100%, so it's really great, and I love it. Do you normally do these stretch-alongs? I don't. I goofily did them during a Final Fantasy XIV stream, because the very first Eden fight, we were trying to do the Savage run of it, and that whole fight, like, there's a huge cutscene in the middle of it. Basically, it's not huge, but long enough that I was like, all right, we're just gonna stretch every time this scene happens. Yeah. Do you have to change all of your electrical devices because of the plugs and the power? Yeah, a lot of, like, most of the stuff from the kitchen, all of the stuff from the kitchen, most of our things that plug into walls, we just gave away to people. So, I really like your interior design. Thank you. I'm going for hyper minimalism. What do you think? I've been watching a lot of videos on furniture-free living, so I think that's my next step. When's the last time you updated your resume? Let's see. What year did I graduate from college? 2010? 2010, I'm pretty sure, is the last time that I updated my resume. So, hell yeah. Doesn't Jesse not have any furniture? Jesse has furniture. He has a couch and a coffee table and a dining table and a bed. Which is really all he needs. Do you still have problems with the induction stove? No, we have pots and pans that work with it now. And I've messed around with it enough and watched a bunch of videos and I've figured it out for the most part. Yeah. The comfort of no comfort. That's one of those things. I get minimalism. I've watched a lot of videos on minimalism at this point, actually, because when I was moving, I needed to kind of get into the right headspace to get rid of a bunch of stuff, and I tend to be more of a pack rat. So I was like, okay, I need to like figure out how to think more clearly about what I should and should not bring, right? And I got rid of so much shit. And when we got here, I was really upset that I got rid of so much shit because we have nothing. And like, I still, at this point, walk around the house and go, oh, fuck, we don't have that, right? Which is fine. You can just get it. But minimalism, I get more now. I get it at this point. Things like, I don't believe in furniture. I don't totally understand. Yeah, I think for me, it was... I've gotten a lot better as I've gotten older at getting rid of things. But I really needed to figure out how to get into the right headspace of like, what do I actually need, right? What improves my life and what stresses me out, right? Things that stress me out. Paper clutter. Hate it. I need to get better about paper clutter. I would have just like small collections of just things. And I've noticed it start to happen in this house too. So I'm trying to, anytime I see it start to happen, I'm trying to just clean it, right? Just like get rid of it, figure out what it is, where does it belong? If it doesn't have a place to belong yet, figure out where it can go, right? Medicine is a thing currently. Currently medicine. There's, everybody in this house has gotten sick, but we don't have a place to put like cold medication and things like that. We don't have a place for that stuff yet. So there's just a collection of medications on the kitchen counter. And I'm like, I need to figure out somewhere for this to go. Right? So stuff like that I'm trying to address before it turns into, I don't know, there's already stuff there. I'll just put more stuff there. So. Minimalism versus parenthood, the ultimate showdown. It was very helpful to get rid of a bunch of Clark's stuff that she doesn't care about. I think I did like 3 toy purges. Because I was like, there's no point in her having all of this stuff if she's outgrown it, right? If it's not like right for her age range anymore. If she has no interest in it. Like people kept getting her stuffed animals and things. I was like, that's very sweet. And she does interact with them sometimes, but she doesn't need this many. So I did like a cycling thing, basically, where I would put some toys and things out that she never really touches and just kind of observe her for a couple of weeks and be like, is she ever looking at them? Does she ever play with them? If not, someone else will, right? Oh, my tummy. She grumbles. She grambles. Clothes are a big problem for me. I could do a minimalist wardrobe. I definitely don't have a minimalist wardrobe, but I try to go through my clothes fairly consistently. I go through all my clothes about every 6 months or so. I think it's harder for Sam to get rid of clothes than me. But I don't know. Do a DIY project for a medicine cabinet. I had a plan for a medicine cabinet that I was going to do on Swords and Stitches a long time ago, and I never did it. I wanted to buy one of those medicine cabinets that has like a mirror on it. I wanted to buy one of those and then do like a mosaic pattern on the mirror part. Here are the problems. Problem number one is that it ruins the mirror. There's no mirror anymore, right? So in my mind, instead, it would be like a put it on the wall behind the toilet sort of thing, so it looks like art, kind of, and then have that be a secret medicine cabinet. Second problem is it's a secret, and if somebody really needed to find medication and was like looking everywhere, they would probably be really annoyed to find out that I was like, oh, it's this piece of art. That's the medicine cabinet. But yeah, we could do that. I would be worried the medicine would fall into the toilet. In our bathroom, there's like the toilet, and then there's a little shelf that's built into the tile work. So that here's the wall, and then it jets out a little bit like this, and then here's the toilet. So there is a lip that stuff would fall onto before it fell into the toilet. A big red cross. So say if I put this in the bathroom, the Smisky bathroom, right? So that's like the most accessible bathroom in the house. If I did this and put it in the Smisky bathroom, would it suit that? I don't know. I don't know. I'll think on it. I was told you shouldn't keep medicine in the bathroom. The humidity makes them expire faster. Interesting. My family always kept the medicine in a linen cabinet. Either in a linen cabinet or in a cupboard in the kitchen. Those were like the two places to find medicine. I don't know. I could figure out a place to put it in the kitchen probably. Why are you living with Jesse? I'm not. I was at Jesse's house for a day and a half. There's 100, we were laughing. There's 100% somebody who was like, I knew it. They're secretly in love. I knew it. My mistake, sorry. No, it's fine. I stayed with him for a day to do my visa stuff and then come home. I've read this fanfic already. Oh my gosh. I'll never forget. I will never forget that. When I finally told everybody that I was dating Sam. And I got so many messages from people who were like, what about Jesse? Like I had been horribly leading him on for years and that this was going to just crush him to bits. I was like, did they not realize we've both been like dating other people and like had this wonderful platonic relationship this whole time? Like, it's just funny. The video of you announcing you have a boyfriend keeps coming up in my recommended videos, and I don't know why. People say that a lot. I don't know why that video gets recommended to people so often. If anything, Jesse's your biggest hype man, right? I am so blessed to have incredible friends that just like are so unbelievably supportive. I can only dream to be as supportive back to them as they are of me. I'm late, but I'm here. Hello. YouTube recommendations are broken. That video is so old. It's an old video. I love the video of you and Jesse at Yog Towers. That's the day I met Sam. Mwah. Whenever people are like, oh, the first video I ever saw of you was the video where Simon rubbed his beard all over you. I'm like, day I met my husband. It's the day I met my husband. Imagine how frustrated Jesse would be if he lived with you. He was like, because I made dinner while I was there. And he was like, oh my gosh, you taking care of me, making me coffee, making dinner. And we were laughing because it's like, this only works for like a day. Jesse is very meticulous about his space. Oh, remixed. Sometimes days are like that. Hopefully your niece's party is a pickup. And if not, tomorrow's a fresh start. Some say Jesse and Simon's beards are entwined to this day. Oh, first video I saw was you and Sam washing Watson Kitty, and I thought y'all were great. That's very sweet. Oh, that's right. We did do that video. And people were like, you shouldn't ever have to bathe cats. They bathe themselves. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. This cat smells like shit. So... I keep forgetting this is live. I watch so many of your videos on YouTube. Oh, well, thank you for tuning in. Yup. We're going to be wrapping up in a minute here. Because my husband is still sick. He still don't feel that good. But he was chill with watching her for a little bit so I could do a Saturday morning Dooger. So thank you guys. Some cats are not good at cleaning themselves. Some cats get really controlling over the litter box. Watson was like that when she first came to our house. She wanted to lay in the litter box. She sat in the litter box. She sat next to the litter box all the time. And we were like, honey, you smell like shit. You just smell like poop all the time. And it's not cute. So we washed her. I miss getting to see you live. You're here now. It's happening. Gonna head off. Good night, chat and Dukes. Have a good day. I hope all who are sick get better soon. Thank you. Good night. Sleep well. That's a stress sign. Yeah. She was, there were a lot of things we had to work through with Watson. And to this day, she has some nervous tics. But the constant food aggression, the laying in the litter box, all that shit. Obviously was separated from her mom way too early. Was just on her own, stuck in those bushes for way too long. Yeah, and when we brought her in, she was so little. She had so many fleas. Poor baby. But you know what? She knows she can get Snuggies now. She knows where the Snuggies are at. Yeah. Both of my cats are rescue cats, and they're amazing. Sherlock I got out of shelter. He was terrified of his reflection, and Sherlock's always just been a big sweetheart. He's just always been a big sweet boy. And then Watson we found outside a maker, and I took her home. So that's all she wrote. Yeah, Sherlock is not good at covering up anything. He goes to the litter box, just takes a huge shit, and then leaves. And I'm like, come on. What can you do? Some cats just, they stop caring, right? Oh, my cat I adopted from a shelter has 3 legs. She's so cute. I used it when I was in college. I was a foster for a shelter nearby for specifically kittens. So they would give me like little clusters of kittens, and I would socialize them, and that was basically my job for them. But every now and then they would get like a really fucked up cat in there, and I'd be like, I can't actually own a cat right now. I can only foster, but oh my gosh, you're so cute. You're missing both of your eyeballs. Oh, you're so cute. Like, I don't know. I had such a big, soft heart for those cats. This morning, my friend sent me a Snapchat of his cat's poop left in the hallway 5 feet away from the litter box. So when I was coming upstairs to start the stream, I looked and realized that the door to the room that the litter box is in was shut. It's because that room sometimes smells so bad. We open up the window, and I was like, oh my God, the window blowed the door shut. So when I came back downstairs to make my coffee, I was like, just FYI, I have no idea how long the cats have been cut off from the litter box, but there might be shit somewhere in the house. And he was like, great. Oh, one time I was tempted to get a cat. It was up for adoption. I looked at her and we connected, but I didn't do it. I'm sure that she found a lovely home. My housemate's cat walked into my room and crapped on my pillow first day I moved in. That's definitely a territory thing. That was this doesn't smell like me. I've made sure the whole house smells like me, and your stuff doesn't smell like me, and I don't appreciate it very much. So here's my shit. Have a great day. We did find better kitty litter. Yes. We're using, it's called like World's Best Litter or whatever. My partner named our cat Celeste. It's ironic. She can't jump for shit. She's a me. I also can't jump. Yeah, fortunately our cats are really good about only using the litter box, but like if they're cut off from it, that's not their fault. Like, what are they supposed to do, right? They're just going to find somewhere else and poop. So I really, really hope that the both of them were like, somebody will open this door someday. Someday. Cats that can't jump are the best because they won't get on the kitchen counter. Watson does this thing where she'll like she'll like really rev up to jump and then just fucking smash right into the wall or right into the counter and won't make it. Even if it's a jump she's done a million times, she'll just like not jump at all, just like smash right into it. I'm like, what happened? So or sometimes she'll do this weird thing where she'll like kind of half jump. She'll like come over and like look at you like, I can't make it. If only someone would lift me up there. It's so weird. I don't know why she does that. I always think of the shimmying Shaq meme. It's good. She's just being a diva. 100%. Watson is a big old diva cat. She gets into all the trouble. She messes with everything. She tries to scratch up everything. She does the equivalent of when two siblings fight and one of them gets barely touched and the one that got barely touched is like, my arm is broken. Like, she does that when play fighting with Sherlock. So they'll play fight and nothing will have happened, and suddenly she's hissing and like laying on her back like, oh, he's killing me. I'm just like at this point now, like, I have to believe it's because I intervened. Like, when she would start hissing, I would come over and be like, all right, fuck off, right? Like, leave each other alone. And now sometimes nothing will be happening, and then she'll be like, like looking at me, right? You gonna do something about this? Tell him to leave me alone. Like, Watson, he's fat. He can't follow you under most things. Just go hide somewhere and he'll leave you alone. She's practicing for pro football. Yo, some of those montages are really good, though. We're talking about the cats, right? We are talking about the cats. Although my daughter also has started to learn to be very melodramatic, but it's fine. We just step over her. She literally will come into the kitchen, ask for something, and if we say no, most of the time she's fine, but if she's in the right mood, we'll say no, and then she'll drop to the floor. And we'll just walk over her and keep doing whatever we're doing. It doesn't last long, because I think she's realizing, like, this doesn't work. Drama kids learning from drama mom. Yeah, I don't know where she gets it. Toddlers milk it so hard till they figure out it's useless. I mean, you know, they're trying to figure out how to get what they want. And it's hard because your job is to be like, sometimes you don't get what you want. The end. That's it. That's the whole manual. That's the whole manual for life. Sometimes people are mean. Sometimes you don't get what you want. Sometimes, but like, it'll all be okay. It'll all be okay. I just got the keys to my new house. I'm excited to move into a place that's my own. Oh my gosh, congratulations. The dream. I just want to give him everything he wants and cuddle him. It's my wife who gets strict. Yeah, I think Sam's more like that than I am. I'm more strict with her. which I think is surprising to a lot of people. I'm more like I was saying earlier, I'm more the person where if I say, can you say please? And she throws a fit, I'm like, cool, I guess we're going to sit here for an hour. If that's how long it takes until you say please. But, you know, Sam was upfront with me pretty early on after having Clark. It was like, I don't know how I'm going to discipline her. I don't know how to do this. Which is fine. We can figure out together the disciplinary style that makes sense for us as parents. And so far, we've synced up very well. Use the, I guess we'll skip your birthday trick that you learned from your mom. That was very effective. That was so effective. I can't remember what I was reading, but it was talking about how, like, sometimes you can tell what worked and what didn't based on whether or not you remember. Like, you might remember a time when you were spanked, right? But you don't remember why you were spanked. Most of the time, kids don't remember why they were spanked. They just remember being spanked. So the argument is, was it effective, actually? If you remember that you got punished, but you don't remember what you were being punished for or what the lesson was supposed to be. So, like, trying to assess in your own life, what were the things that happened where you vividly remembered what it was you were supposed to learn from that lesson. I learned don't steal shit. And I learned don't steal shit because my mom said you'll go to jail and you won't get any more birthdays. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be stuck as a 5-year-old for the rest of my life. Super effective. I never get to age. I never get to have another birthday for the rest of my life. Oh my God, I'm never stealing another thing again. Worked really well for me. But I don't remember. I remember the times that I got spanked. It was not very many. It was really rare. But I don't remember why I was spanked in any of those situations. I remember the spanking. I don't remember what the lesson was supposed to be. I used to get up from meals and run around. My parents had to belt me to a chair. What? Jesus. Like, I think that there are some disciplinary methods for, like, if we're talking specifically about babies, right? I think that there are some disciplinary methods for babies where it's not going to work because you can't communicate to them what's going on, right? So instead of them learning a lesson, they're just going to be scared of you. And I don't want that. I don't want that for Clark. I want to teach her to communicate with me, and I want to treat her like a kid that I can communicate with, right? I want to help her understand if she's frustrated or if she's mad and how to deal with that in a healthy way. So, you know, it's just like a learning process for us and for her, obviously. She's new in the world, and we are new parents in the world. So all kids, I think, again, all kids are different, and they're all going to respond to different things. Clark is a very easy child, and she wants to communicate so badly. She's very loving and very sweet. And I think that it's going to be easy to get into a rhythm of like, you know, if you're really upset, we can deal with it together. And if you do something wrong, we can talk about why it was wrong. But I think sometimes there are certain methods of disciplining like babies and toddlers where it's like, but they don't understand what they did wrong. You know, they don't know why they're getting hit, or they don't know why they're getting yelled at, or, you know, I don't think that that's effective because you can't explain why, right? So I'm trying to play the long game with my kid. I'm trying rather than being like, if I just do this, she'll stop doing it. I'm trying to approach it from a place of like, okay, how do I encourage better behavior in the long run? Right? So that's kind of my method for it, I guess. Glad to see you back with your family. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for tuning in, and happy 4 years. Oh my goodness. The long con. I'm trying to do the long con with my kid. Yeah. And again, I'm not trying to like say that, you know, any approach is wrong. I think that some stuff is a bit archaic though. And I think some of the older methods of training kids and teaching kids was kind of based on they're my child and they need to do what I say, instead of they're a person that I'm trying to turn into a good person, right? Like I'm trying to teach this human to grow up and be a good person in the world. Yeah, I don't know. But I think some methods have been proven to not be effective, really. And we should be trying different stuff. Did you watch the Good Place finale? No, I haven't done it yet, but I'm on like the last episodes and I'm already emotional. So don't spoil me. No spoilsies. Oh my gosh, it's been a long time since I've looked at computer parts. I'm scared to mess it up. I'm the wrong person to ask Ardark. I gotta be honest. I know that JP builds his own computers. I haven't built my own computer in a really long time. We've had pre-mades sent to us a couple times now, which has been amazing. And then we just kind of like mess with them from there. It's hard to mess up a GPU. I have no idea if that's true. Co Carnage has a really nice community. He does, that's true. Co is also just a lovely human. A very lovely person. What are you guys doing for dinner? I don't know, because Sam's tummy is still very tender. So it's more of Clark and I kind of fending for ourselves, I think. And then Sam eating more bread. We had breakfast this morning and he was like, this might have been a mistake. So I don't want to plan to like feed him a bunch of food. But tomorrow we're going to my in-laws for a roast. So I said we would come over and help with that. Soup. We could have soup. Clarky sometimes is into soup and sometimes is not into soup. Oh, I'm working on a school project and I use a color called Dodger Blue. I think of you every time I see it. Thank you. That's very sweet. Bananas are good for a bad tummy. Sam retches every time he smells banana, so it's not happening. This room looks close to the roof. Have a plan on how to not die in the summer. No plans yet, but the window's all open, so there's that. Yes, this is where the roof is. Thus the... Nice back tattoo you got there. Thank you. I'm squinting because you can't see it right now, so I'm wondering why it came up, but thank you. Yeah, apparently he used to love it. Apparently he loved bananas when he was little, and something happened, and ever since then they make him, like, sick. There's a subreddit featuring the best build a PC fails. It helped me avoid a lot of common mistakes before I built my PC. There you go. Apparently I'm that way with green beans. Oh my god. I love, like, fresh green beans. Love. That's me with cheese. I used to love it, but now I have to psych myself up to eat it. I'm a little bit that way with cashews now. I loved cashews for so long. And now they're like, I don't know what it is about them. I don't like eating them anymore. I don't know why. G White, honestly, I don't know. But Jesse and I have talked about doing a thing. We just don't know what, so. I hate mashed potato. The texture makes me gag, but I'm British, so I'm like a heathen. I mean, in England, they're pretty down with, like, roasted tates as well, aren't they? That's true. You can listen to Cox and Crendor. It's a very good podcast. Well, I mean, Clark loves bananas, so that's honestly helped him desensitize a little bit already. Go for roasted potatoes, way better. I disagree. I love mashed potatoes more than roasted potatoes, but roasted potatoes are a good option, right? Jesse's on lots of great podcasts. He's got Cox and Crendor. He's got the Star Wars new canon book club with Davis and Fasciani. And then he's on a podcast called Chilluminati that is entirely about like weird stuff, right? And that one is him, Mathis, and Alex Fasciani, I think. I actually haven't listened to Chilluminati before, but Jesse was telling me about a bunch of the ones that they've done. He was like, I'm the skeptic on the show, and so the stuff that I bring is very different from the stuff everyone else brings. And it made me really want to listen to it. Scary Game Squad isn't a podcast, though. I mean, specifically podcasts. There's those. It's funny to listen to the believer, the skeptic, and the I'm open to the idea of it guy. I thought Chilluminati was Yogg's. I don't know if they also have a thing called Chilluminati, but there's a podcast that's specifically about like paranormal shit. And that's what Jesse's on. So we are coming up to the top of the hour. So I'm going to read off everything that has happened so far today, and then I'm going to go relieve my sweet husband of our daughter so that he can rest up some more. But thank you all so much for hanging out today. Thanks for watching. And next time that I stream will be same time tomorrow. It'll be a longer stream. We'll be back to normal. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I need to say. Cat Gang Store is going to be moving. We're going to be going a bit more independent and working with Gerard. So we're leaving Yeti. So we're going to be making a new website and everything. It means that the store will be down for a little bit while we're getting all of that sorted. But in the meantime, everything that is available in the Yeti store is on sale. So if there's anything that's in there that you've wanted in the past, now is a good opportunity to get some stuff. So everything that's in there equally supports both Danny and I. We would love it if you would check it out. And yeah, we're excited to do a thing kind of more on our own. But yeah, obviously we wouldn't have even had the option if Gerard hadn't have been like, you want to work together? So shout out to Gerard as well. I also have a coffee company. If you've never looked at that before, it's at dodgercoffeeco.com. And it's delicious. And I need to order some for myself here because I want it. Anyways, I'm going to read this off and then chuck you guys over to somebody else. So if you want to hang out for me reading this and then be part of a raid party to somebody, that would be amazing. Silvayama, thank you for the 41. Rotunda Owlbear for the 4 years. Happy anniversary. Ben Skeen, thank you for the 42. Arnagli, thank you for the 2. Avi, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Brosif Brostar. Welcome. Vice Felchin, thank you for the 3 years. Happy anniversary to you as well. Avi, thank you for the 53. Mail Malay for the 26. Rit, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Bubbly, thank you for the 15. Mrs. Cloudlion for the 21. King of Sloth for the 29. Stutter J for the 2. Runes for the 40. Flummy, thank you very much for subscribing. Powered by Sarcasm for subscribing as well. Both of you, welcome to the Cat Gang. Zerpoon, thank you for the 5. Gooding Splats, thank you for the 29. Springfart for the 42. Southern Vices for the 35. Angie for the 23. Nalan, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Shifty Monk, thank you for the 39. Lunchbox for the 7. Barry Kami, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome. Just James, thank you for the 20. Music Ninja for the 30. Scoot for the 2 years. Happy anniversary to you. Liverezia, thank you for the 35. Soul Edgar, thank you for the biddies. Chuckles Bartowski, thank you for the 7. And thank you for gifting a sub to Levexian. Timidas, thank you for the 16. Theoden Marcel, thank you for the 7. Artie Artorius for the 2. Selenoid for the 22. Curiously Mad for the 5. Cheyenne for the 41. Obnovus, thank you for the 2. Tyrell Stratus for the 31. Rin for the 34. Completion Andrew, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Mr. Maxwell Message, thank you for the 2. Asteroid for the 15. Andelect for the 17. Martorius, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Mr. Bubblekins, thank you again for that huge bit bomb. I appreciate it. Saiyan Adam for the 42. Cytalist for the 26. Vieka for the 3 years. Happy anniversary. Cassava, thank you for the 3 years as well. Happy anniversary. Ninjili, thank you for the 17. Dreamflow for the 30. Delusional Haze for the 7. Silhouette for the 15. SW Ramblings, thank you very much for the biddies. Clockwork Cook for the 15. Curiosity for the 20. Watcher for the 61. Frankie Steen, and thank you for the 13. Freak Mall for the 23. Obnoxious Dolphin, thank you very much for subscribing. Killix, thank you for the 40. Chronobus for the 29. Shapazna Plump, thank you for the 18. She's the worst, thank you for the 2. Neek for the 37. Muffin Hobbit for the 3 years. Happy anniversary. To the Scott, thank you for the 11. Marsters for the 43. Roasty Toasties for the 10. Totally Reasonable for the 43. Infinite Spear for the 7. Arner, thank you for gifting a sub to Frohawk. A Crumbling Biscuit for the 29. Bamba Lamber for the 4 years. Happy anniversary. Dr. John, thank you for the 35. Got Lost to Send Help for the 11. PZN, thank you for gifting a sub. And Negative Panda, thank you for the 3. Bam! You guys are amazing. Thank you for hanging out today. Who should we host? Community suggestions for someone to host. Someone to raid. Carson. We raid Carson fairly often, though. I'm looking for somebody new. Is there anybody you guys would like to recommend? That Carson is also awesome, though. You guys should totally watch Carson. Chicken life. Our chicken life. They are live right now. All right. Go say hi to our chicken life. Go watch some chickens do their thing. It's cute. It's fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. I don't know why this still isn't working, but oh, wait. There she is. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. See you next time. Bye-bye.